The blood moon in the air, Zelda's cries everywhere, gave proof through the night. Tears of the Kingdom is out there. Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. We complete the quartet with Yoshi, the greatest mugs ever. These Super Nintendo World mugs, this is gonna be my family mug set. Luigi, Mario, Peach, and Yoshi, these are fantastic. But so are you, and I know you're here for Nintendo news, not this sort of Nintendo mug news. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. We got a major topic today. Tears of the Kingdom is out there. What do we do? What does this mean? As well as some other very interesting Nintendo news stories, including Miyamoto speaks on what's next. So make sure to hit that like button if you guys enjoy, and we dive in straight into a very strange update for Nintendo's online shop. They added something new that you can buy that I don't know if I've ever seen be there, at least for a long time. They put up 3DS battery packs. So even though they're not supporting that eShop, they're like, yo, your 3DS could die one day. And here is a brand spanking new battery from Nintendo for $15. Now, these battery packs are good for the 3DS, the 3DS XL, and the 2DS. So you are able to keep that system going. They eventually will die. I've never had a handheld battery die. Raise your hand if you've ever had a handheld battery die. I know that, like, eventually they will. Well, how much usage would you need for the battery to die? Nonetheless, it does happen to people. Things go wrong, and if you don't want to buy a second party or a used battery off eBay, this is an interesting way for Nintendo to be like, keep playing our games, even though we don't let you download them. Kind of strange, kind of not. And a little quick reminder that our special GMM 500 edition, limited edition, 2 weeks only merch, where every order gets you entered to win a Switch OLED or a Steam Deck of your choice, is out there right now. We have the beautiful, illustrious Good Morning Tarot cards and mysterious character kind of separating into an ethereal, psychotic blur. It's a beautiful collection, my favorite merch, and those tarot cards are just downright hot. We got stickers, mugs, tees, and hoodies, so check them out. I'll put a link in the description with a special discount code down there. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you love them as much as I do. Nintendo also announced their next game trial for the eShop. This is going to be Star Wars Republic Commando from right now until 4/26. Seems like they're prepping for May the 4th, which is coming up, as well as Star Wars Jedi Survivor on April 28th, which is not on Switch, but good golly, that's the most anticipated game I've got. Everything looks so sick on that game. I know we're a Nintendo channel, but if I can just, for a minute, let me tell you that Jedi Survivor looks freaking insane, and I cannot wait to play it. I wish they would put Fallen Order on Switch. I think the Switch could do that. Maybe not. I don't know. But, yep, Republic Commando is up right now on the North American eShop if you want to grab it. And it looks like Fast RMX might be after this. So they're still continuing to drop out, a game every once in a while for the free trial. I wish they'd just give us a free game, but we're not at that point yet. Now, we're definitely not at the point where Nintendo puts out a trailer for their next movie, but Miyamoto's comments are incredibly interesting and make me think that we are not going to get a sequel as the next big picture from Nintendo Pictures. They asked Miyamoto about the future of the movies, what's next, and he said, Nintendo is like a talent agency. We have plenty of other entertainers. Now, that's a very strange thing to say after Mario, your main dude, the plumber extraordinaire, just put out insane numbers. You'd think like production on sequel begins immediately, but Nintendo may have bigger plans here. I really have this sense that Nintendo is going to go full MCU, the Mario Cinematic Universe, of course, and branch this baby out. Miyamoto said there are many possible ways we could go, such as using characters that would be fit for movies or very well-known characters. Now, that second sentence is much more just PR blurb. It means nothing. But the first one about we're like a talent agency, we have plenty of other entertainers, makes me think that they're looking at a new hero, right? Zelda, Link, that could be easily a combo that hits the big screen. Donkey Kong getting his own movie. There's really a plethora of ways they could go. Splatoon has been huge. Animal Crossing is massive. What if Nintendo really does just try to make a bunch of movies in this fun, referential, gorgeous way with amazing music? Maybe not the deepest of stories, but a 9.5 out of 10, 10 out of 10, amazing festival for the fan and all of us. And they go a much bigger route. They expand and they bring in DK, they bring in Star Fox, they bring in Pikmin. Like, they really could go so many ways. But if I have to think about what's the biggest, it really feels like Legend of Zelda could go crazy. Tears of the Kingdom out there as the next big Switch game for the next couple of years, honestly. Nintendo could leverage that into a Legend of Zelda movie that I've done in this animation style and with this level of polish, anecdotes all over, hidden Easter eggs. It would be really sick. But I just think it's odd that they don't say, Nintendo will be working on, more movies in the future. They specifically call out Miyamoto himself. Hey, we got other entertainers. I don't know if this is a red herring to try to divert us in a different direction. Would he consider Luigi, having a Luigi's Mansion movie, as a different entertainer, even though he was in the Mario movie for at least some of it? I'm not so sure. I also think a villain-based movie would be pretty sick, a Wario and Waluigi movie, but you do have to think about what's going to bring in the big bucks, and to me, it would be Zelda. Now that transitions us perfectly into Zelda. Less than 3 weeks until Tears of the Kingdom. I could not be more freaking pumped, and apparently the game is out there. This is a massive deal because, first off, the leaks will be insane. Second of all, this game could be spoiled. Third of all, it's very weird that a Nintendo game leaks this early. Now, I follow all of this stuff quite religiously, and it's normally about a week before that Nintendo cartridges leak out. Now, how do they leak out? Well, are they sold early? More like stoled early, because I think a lot of times these games end up getting stolen from like Amazon warehouses, or mom and pop shops just don't care, not worried about consequences, they just get it out there. This is a picture of Tears of the Kingdom on a Switch. Now, a lot of people are freaking out like, okay, we gotta go completely blackout mode on the internet because I don't want Zonai secrets, Ganondorf secrets, Zelda secrets, size the game, dungeon secrets to leak. And that would make a lot of sense. I understand a blackout, and don't worry, I will not be spoiling anything from the game before launch. Unless I put a massive spoiler tag on the thumbnail and the title, you will be warned, and I will give a warning verbally before I do. I don't want anyone to come out of this next 20 days of waiting and feel like they had part of the game robbed for them. At least, definitely not from me. Now, the other piece of this puzzle here is we're not seeing a gameplay screenshot. Now, I know Nintendo has been incredibly hardcore on locking down Zelda. They filed with Discord to try and release the private users' information who leaked out the art book months ago, and they really do not want anything from TOTK to get out there. So maybe showing gameplay is too much of a stretch, or maybe this is faked. Now, this specific screenshot supposedly has been ran through some different things to show that, hey, it's not photoshopped, it's not copied. I don't know exactly how that works, but the poster is very convinced that this is a real shot and not a mock-up. I mean, obviously anybody can go in there and cut out the cubes of the Nintendo Switch icons and paste them onto a Switch screen, but this does look pretty legit. The only issue is we're not seeing the cartridge, and we're not seeing like a title screen or anything of the sort. Again, if it's some way to mask whoever is leaking this, maybe, but at the same time, if it's real, I think having the game in your system or showing the game, both are just as bad. Both are publicly acknowledging in some way or another, look at me, Nintendo, I've got this early, and I think that's a terrible idea. I really don't know if this is actually legit and it's out there and we're going to start seeing more copies flood, or if this is a case of someone being really sneaky and trying to seem super cool. Again, the poster, they say it's not their copy, but they feel very confident in verifying that, yes, this is real, yes, this is out there. And so with that being said, I do want to alert you, like, be careful. You might find actual Zelda leaks amongst random Zelda, BS rumors. If this is actually out there today, 3 weeks early, that would be monumental, because like I said, there are times where like PlayStation or Xbox games leak at this level and at this point in the pre-order process, but Nintendo games usually do not. It's very hard to acquire a Nintendo game more than a week early, and so I believe that this would be quite consequential. I believe this person would be gone after heavily by Nintendo, and I believe that leaks would appear, because why put this out there if you don't have a bigger plan in store? I guess we'll find out in a few days if stuff does start getting out there, and I'll keep you updated. But for now, I mean, if we take it at face value, Tears of the Kingdom is out there. Could be out there in your town. And just be careful, because I think, the worst thing is after 7 years of waiting and all this hype and all the limited trailers that they've tried to keep quite mysterious, to have something like massive spoiled for you. I mean, I'm not saying like, oh, you can actually build a plane or whatever. We've already seen Link fly. I'm saying like, oh, some monumental secret that changes up the gameplay, or a different playable character, or something in the way of the story that would spoil all the theories and quandaries we've had over the last few eons. So be wary. Zelda could be out there, and I want to play it so bad. It's closer than ever. Like, literally, it sounds hyperbolic, but it really is closer than ever, and I'm just ready for it. That Indie World made me say, okay, thanks for letting us know Zelda's coming out, because none of that stuff is coming out and anytime soon, and it's not that exciting. But we have Jedi Survivor from EA and coming to, the other next-gen consoles. We have Redfall on Xbox exclusively, and then we have Tears of the Kingdom. The next 3 weeks are kind of a Game of the Year gauntlet, as I think all 3 of those games are going to review exceptionally well. But honestly, it's Zelda's to lose. I think Game of the Year is 100% Tears of the Kingdom to lose if they don't cry it out the right way. And part of these leaks, like it or not, can factor into something like that. Minutely, but when things like this happen, if parts of the game are spoiled as opposed to stumbled upon, it's a deal. Especially if it's a negative deal, like, oh gosh, we found out there's no dungeons. I'm not saying there aren't dungeons, I'm just saying we'll have to wait and see. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Does this look legit to you? Do you buy it? Do you believe it? And are you going to be extra careful now that you know it could be out there? In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there, my people. Love you all so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks again. SwitchForce out.